And good afternoon, everybody. Back at here in Collierville, just to look around, see what's new, see what's what. They still got their Christmas decorations out, and it's the 3rd of January, so we'll see what's what. And on top of that note, I also still have my Christmas tree up, so that's not a big deal. I just figured that since Christmas is over 2 weeks ago, figured they would start taking their stuff down maybe today. I don't know. Maybe they'll start later today. I don't know. But we're back in Collierville because of the train display outside here and everything else. There's still there's still some shops here in town, and it's kind of on the square. That's where I'm kind of parked at. And so we're just going to kind of take a look around, see what's new, see what's what, and everything else. Possibly not much because I've been here a few times, nevertheless. And so we're just going to kind of do a recap of what is here. Follow me. Still in my work clothes because I just got off work, and so we're just gonna start this way towards the tree, and just gonna kind of see what's what. Let me turn the camera around here so you can see they still got the Christmas lights on, which is interesting. And so over here towards this gazebo, and you see in front of me there is a Christmas tree made out of poinsettias in the gazebo. Now poinsettias is a type of flower. It's usually, you see them a lot around the holidays. There we go. Let me turn around. There we go. See, these are poinsettias. These are around during the holiday season. That's when they typically grow and bloom real nice and pretty, which is I like it. And the red is a scarlet red, which is a very good color. And so that's what this is. I guess this is what, well, and here's Santa's chair. This is where Santa met with all the kids during the Christmas in Collierville celebration, which happened in I believe 2 weeks before Christmas is when it happened. I think it was either the first or second Saturday of December. I remember reading a sign about that on one of the display windows outside. And so right now I'm walking to the tunnel of lights. The tunnel of lights around here, and man, I should put my toboggan on. But anyway, this is really fascinating. We have in here, of course, so you can see the lights are lit here at this train station. You can see them glowing. And on this rail car, which is also fascinating. See through the rail car here. See those giant wheels. Of course, they got the brakes on, so it won't go anywhere. Of course, I don't think it would really roll anywhere anyway because of the one, there's nothing pulling it, and two, it's not on a downhill slope. But the last time I was here, a train actually came through here. The last time I was here, and that was really, really cool. Never had that happen before. And so we're just gonna kind of on here. Of course, the crossing. So we got a walkway. Great. Well, here's one maybe this. Anyway, so just had the crosswalk in by the railroad tracks, and so now we're gonna jump inside the caboose here. Oh, finally. It actually feels good in here. So we're inside the caboose. This is a lot where the conductor would sit. Well, the conductor's actually in the engine, but the brakeman would sit in the back of the train in the caboose and communicate with the engineer on where they're at, location, anything on the tracks up ahead, any danger, or an emergency situation. Usually would communicate with the engineer and fireman in the front of the train. That's what the caboose was used for in the old days. But right now, they hardly use cabooses anymore. The only time that they would use a caboose is if, usually like special train rides, stuff like that. I hate getting up here. Okay. Hang on to the made it inside the cab of the locomotive. As you can see, look out the window here. Got the throttle here. I love pulling this thing. And this thing too. And you can throw the brake. But you can. This thing is really tough. See if I can get a good angle on it here. Somewhat. There. It's really tough to open. Very hard to open. But it goes all the way out so you can shovel the coal into the firebox. All the gauges, everything else. There we go. Now we got the lever. See the lever over there. Let's swing out. There we go. You used to be able to just easily pull this back and forth. They locked it or something. It is really windy out here. Of course, this is where they stored the coal. And so of course I won't sit down because it's wet, But you look out the train. This is where the firemen would sit after shoveling a lot of coal. Depends on the speed of the train and how fast you want the train to go is on how much coal to put in the firebox. If you want the train to go faster, a lot of coal in that firebox. But if it needs to slow down, then there's a certain amount you can put in there. Okay, this is gonna be fun as heck. Let's go down one at a time. Sit here. There we go. There we go. There we go. That was easy. Now I can show you the wheels. The wheels are all lit up, which is real nice. Come here when it's a little bit darker out, it would look real pretty. But the size of the locomotive is quite large. I don't know if they actually bring this thing to life ever. I would need to ask somebody like a railroad expert or something around here in Collierville if this train actually runs, if they take maybe a journey once or twice in the summer with this locomotive. Because I would really like to ride in the engine. And be a part of the crew for a day. That would be awesome. It'd take like, an hour there, an hour back. Collierville to, I don't know where. Collierville to Germantown to Arlington, I don't know where it goes. I don't know where this track leads. Or to Memphis, Collierville to Memphis. I don't know. It would be something to see. Especially, come on, pull the whistle. That would be awesome. So be aware, it will be loud. Oh, here's something interesting. Collierville, first known as Oak Grove, founded in about 1835, named for Jesse R. Collier. The county's second oldest town near Mount Pleasant Road and Highway 57 on land of Adams, Floyd, Hodge, Collier, and Tharp Grant. In 1837, the first postmaster was John Cone, and Peter Adams gave 2 acres for the first railroad depot in 1852, chartered February 17th of 1870. Town elected J. Abington as mayor. So it was named after Jesse R. Collier, Collierville. And here we have the Battle of Collierville, which actually took place during the Civil War. It was part of the Civil War, wasn't it? Oh, that's the first. So this is the first one. On October 11th, 1863, General James R. Chalmers, with a force of about 3,000 Confederate cavalrymen, consisting of the 7th Tennessee, 13th Tennessee, 18th Mississippi, 2nd Missouri, 2nd Arkansas, and 3rd Mississippi, approached Collierville from the south along Mount Pleasant Road. Collierville, a Union supply base, was occupied continuously during the war by Union forces, the town being heavily fortified and occupied by the 66th Indiana Infantry. At the time, a battle ensued and the ground was heavily contested. By coincidence, on the same day, Major General W.T. Sherman was dispatched from Memphis to start his March to the Sea. And the march to the sea began, but he was surprised as his train arrived at the height of the battle. General Sherman threw his escort company into a fray and quickly moved to the depot for protection. The Confederates captured his train containing the general's favorite mare, Dolly. The battle continued for about 3 hours. Confederates withdrew, realizing heavy Union reinforcements were en route. Sherman ordered many of the town's buildings burned. This engagement was the bloodiest battle of the war in Shelby County. Confederate casualties 51, Union 110. So the Battle of Collierville was one of the bloodiest in Shelby County. Collierville is in Shelby County, which is also the county of Memphis. Memphis is also in Shelby County. And the bloodiest battle was in Shelby County took place right here in Collierville. And so I thought that was kind of some interesting information. No more to go inside. Oh, so I don't freeze to death. Because my hands are white and losing blood. So we are gonna head inside. As we hear the lonesome fire truck being called out. Apparently there's a fire somewhere. So that is how we roll. So we're just gonna continue walking through here, and we will see you in the next video. Hopefully, let's go. Good morning. Looking forward to the next adventure in Collierville.